don't know why it looks so blurry, but okay. Okay. Flame mignon. Yep, that's a note to start on. It's fucking cold lately. I'm not going to start the topic quite yet. Mainly because I'm waiting for Spider to get here, and it was cold as fuck the other day. That's cold. Okay. You don't even know. Yeah, I don't know. I've never known. I'm not going to start this topic quite yet. In Canada, it can get real. Damn. Okay, I'm not going to start this topic quite yet because I'm waiting for Spider to get here and I'm a fucking impatient little bitch. I mean, I can be patient, but not for very long. So, that and this is a topic that I'm sure he has a lot of thoughts about. Can I be honest? I already know where this is going, so go ahead. I already know you were just waiting to type that the moment I said impatient little bitch. So just say your fucking piece. The only reason why I'm such a dick sometimes is because of how much you tasted. Tasted, yeah. Tasted. Let me try that again because I'm tired as shit. The only yeah, I know. I did not say tasted on purpose. It was complete accident. Tasted my yeah, I know. Wonder After Dark, the only show where I try to give a legitimate response and then I fuck it up. What I was going to say was legitimate and sincere. Yep. I mean, yeah, actually, do I even give a legitimate response to that or do I just give up? You can say it. Okay. Anyway, what I was attempting to say, the only reason why I'm such a dick sometimes is because of how much you tested my patience back in the summer. Hell yeah, I'm aware. And I'm gonna be real with you, like I am sorry that I can see. Well, I'm glad you're sorry at least. Just glad you're sorry at least. What I was gonna say is I'm sorry if I come off rude in different ways, or as you might refer to me often, petty. You're cool, don't worry. Yeah. There is one specific thing that I kind of want to say very pet. Like I said, I apologize if I come off petty. Very petty, but cool, yeah. There's one specific thing I would like to acknowledge that does kind of bother me, but not on purpose. I have to clarify, not on purpose, meaning what I'm about to bring up. Yeah, you do kind of bother me with it, but you don't bother me on purpose. Whenever you say, like, maybe Gio's just busy, I mean, yeah, that is valid. Maybe he is, but, he doesn't have school. He doesn't have a job. If he did, now, he probably would have said it. Not getting his... Well, I mean, yeah, there is that factor. There's that, too. But I'm just saying as well, anytime he does, he has to... I mean, yeah, you do raise a valid point. I'm right, but you're right. Both sides, for once, are right. I have a point. If he had something that would keep him busy, he would have said it. But you have a point. And if I can recall, he had to go to the bathroom. Well, that was pre-hatred, but... That was pre-hatred, but yeah, that was the case. I have to clarify, that was pre-hatred. That was, like, pre-pre. Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, but even pre-bathroom. Pre-bath. I haven't even gotten to the topic of tonight's episode, and it's already fallen apart. Yeah, but even pre-bathroom. There's always that one that I have to grab for my own. What did we use before bathrooms? Outside. Just... I haven't even gotten to the topic of this episode, and it's already just completely fallen apart. Like, we're out here just speaking crazy thoughts. It's like we have an idea of what we're trying to say on this show, but we don't quite know what we're trying to say. Those outhouses in African schools, where as a whole it's 3 feet deep, and you have no toilet paper to wipe. Otto, anyway. Oh yeah, I got Otto today, but we're not here to talk about Otto. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, 30 feet deep, I mean, actually. Yeah, let's move past... Yeah, Otto bake. Let's move past the bathroom. I guess to conclude this kind of cold open, I guess. The sad thing is, okay, say that, and then I'll say what I was going to say. I mean, we're already 9 minutes in. I've already wasted so much time. The hole is wide enough for a kid shitting to fall in. Why do you know that? Okay, anyway. I guess to conclude this pre-show serious chat talk, something Mexican, Hispanic, I don't know. I'm right in the sense that if he had something else that keeps him busy, he would have told me. But you're right in the sense that Mexicans hate white people. Both sides are right. It was from an educational video shown in elementary school. But again, both sides, you and I, are right. And hard. Now, 10 minutes in, let's get to what the fuck I was going to say. I was going to wait till Spider got here because I would love to hear his thoughts on this one, but I guess this is going to be... Honestly, I don't trust public toilet paper. Bitch, I don't trust anyone. Never mind toilet paper. I just don't trust people. I never shit in public bathrooms. I never express myself in public. And when I say express myself, I don't mean masturbate. I mean I just like fuck. I'm my interests are pretty well known, but even then when I go out, I'm like, well, here, I should make myself look normal and also buy Inspector Gadget. Toilet paper and washrooms is weak. Anyway, enough bathroom talk. On next week's episode, we're going to have a roach prop. Anyway. I use cashmere toilet. That doesn't even... Okay. It's nice. Enough bathroom talk, please. I'm not... I'm not trying to, like, blacklist bathrooms, but, like, this is the movie and TV review show, not the talk about Mexican people pre-bathroom talk. I think pre-bathroom is going to become a new running gag on this show. I can just tell. Every other episode, it's going to be pre-bathroom. God. Okay, 12 minutes in. Let's get into this. I was going to wait for... Do I even bother? Okay. I was going to wait for Spider to get here because he has a lot of thoughts on this Okay, shut up. Anyway. I was going to wait for Spider to get here because he has a lot of thoughts on this topic, but we'll just go ahead and get into it. And if he shows up late, oh well, it's entirely on him. Okay. Skeeter Gene, whatever that means. I actually really don't fucking know. Anyway. Knuckles is an American television series created by John Whittington and Toby Asher for the streaming service Paramount Plus. Based on the Sonic the Hedgehog video game series published by Sega. He's a guy who does stuff like Chris Hansen. Anyway. It is a spin-off of the Sonic the Hedgehog film series and is set between the events of the films Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and follows Knuckles the Echidna as he trains Sheriff Deputy Wade Whipple in the ways of the Echidna Warrior. Whittington was the head writer, and Asher was showrunner. The show was produced by Paramount Pictures, Sega Sammy, and Original Film, who produce all the Sonic movie projects so far, and premiered on Paramount Plus on April 26, 2024. If I had $1 for every Predator who said, are you her dad to Chris Hansen, you probably would be rich. Anyway, now before I continue reading, it's not often that I review TV shows on this show. Oh, we have 2 viewers. Knuckles and Knuckles and Knuckles and Fuckles and the Flames of Disaster. Anyway. Okay. I guess Spider's here, I think. I actually really don't know. I don't know if we actually have 2 viewers or if YouTube's just playing games with me, because YouTube loves to say that we have like 3. The 4th episode of this show was Spider-Man the Animated Series, I think. I actually really don't know. Anyway, what I was going to say. We've covered a few TV shows on occasion, but far from often. It doesn't happen all that often. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. That was the most recent one we covered. But anyway. But it happens few and far... Yeah, before we start. I mean, I was kind of giving context, but go ahead. Let's address the elephant in the room about Knuckles. Okay, do tell. While you type that, I had a sock on earlier on my bloody toe. Oh yeah, the Nickelodeon airing. Yeah, the Nickelodeon airing where they put a mature content disclaimer on all the episodes. Okay. Anyway, but kind of jumping ahead in the timeline there, but that's a good, yeah. Knuckles gets spicy for pre-bath. Yeah, I think pre-bathroom is going to become a new running gag on this show, and it wasn't even said on purpose. It's always the shit that's completely spontaneous or completely accidental that ends up being just sticking around. I wonder what episode 150 is going to entail. Who knows? Maybe episode 1. The shit, is that a pun? No. Actually, seems like my luck that episode 150 will be iCarly. You, no, I was going to address that. It seems like my luck. I'm saying this as a joke, but watch this actually happen. It seems like my luck that episode 150, I'll get like this far into reading about iCarly, and then right as I go to review the show, my mom will walk through that door and say, "Someone's here, they seem to know you," and then yeah, it's all downhill from there. Seems like my luck that would happen after 150 of these things. And my mom usually isn't even awake at this hour, but it just seems like my luck. Then again, I question how I have not woken everybody up doing this show, considering how loud I get. Anyway, some nice people in. My God. You know what? I'm a little glad it didn't end that way. Although I think I would take that over if our aforementioned Mexican man came to my door. Because if he did, I probably would do Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, he just left. Mr. Hanson. Nah, but for real, if it was. No. But for real, before I start reading about Knuckles, before I review Knuckles, if fucking Geo came to my doorstep this late and my mom was the one to tell me we need to cover Spot Pilgrim. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I'm gonna throw myself in front of a bus tomorrow. Spot Pilgrim versus the pre-bathroom. This is a mess. This is a mess. Oh God, I don't even know anymore. Let me try that again. Let me try all of that again. You joke about the feds and Chris Hansen coming to my door. Spot Pilgrim versus the pre-bathroom and Knuckles, the game, the movie, the game 3D. Okay, anyway, the joke I was trying to make. You joke about the feds coming to my door. You joke about Chris Hansen coming to my door. But no. If it was Geo that came to my door this late and my mom was the one to tell me, I probably would do Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, he just left. And I would probably fly out one of these windows the exact same way. Like, yeah, he just left. Same energy and everything. That probably would be me in that scenario. And before you say, how would he know where to find you? I wouldn't be. If I say yes, will you sign for your damn package? And before you say, yeah, that joke doesn't work because how would he find you? I wouldn't be surprised if my address was floating around somewhere. I just wouldn't be surprised. Scott Pilgrim quote. Great quote with no context. But seriously, like, before you hear the joke, I have your IP. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure my information is probably floating around there, out there somewhere as we speak. Yeah, he just left, and it wouldn't surprise me if it was Spider who had my information. Considering I've already sent him quite a few gag gifts in the past. Alright, on to Knuckles. No, I was supposed to get robbed tomorrow. Okay, on to Sonic 2.5. Anyway. Alright, but 20 minutes in and I haven't even gotten to the show review. What in God's name is this episode? We don't even we don't even have Spider with us, and it somehow ended up being just as chaotic as if he were here. Knuckles fans, does this ever happen to you? Anyway. Yep. Alright. Anyway. Okay. Before I get to reviewing Knuckles, what I was trying to say. We've reviewed a few TV shows on this show. Does pre-bathroom ever happen to you? You're gonna have me fucking die. I am gonna go to bed tonight, get everything turned off, and pre-bathroom will just come to me, and I'm just gonna start fucking dying of laughter. Like, my mom will ask why I'm still awake. There's no TV, no phone, anything turned on, but I'll just be thinking of pre-bathroom. Anyway, we reviewed a few TV shows on Wonder After Dark before, but not often. It's mostly movie reviews that we've done. And we definitely haven't covered a lot of streaming shows. Again, we've mentioned them periodically, but not often. Starring Pre-Bathroom, Spot Pilgrim, and Gas Station and Knuckles. Anyway, now, here's how this is going to work. Alright? This review will contain spoilers for Knuckles. If you haven't seen the show, Heads and Shoulders and Knuckles. Anyway, what I was saying. This review will contain spoilers for Knuckles. If you have not seen the show, I would suggest you just skip this episode. Knock, knock. It's Knuckles. Anyway, this will contain spoilers for Knuckles. If you have not seen the show to this point, I would suggest you just stop what you're doing right now. Just skip this episode, go watch the show, and then come back when you're ready. But if you don't personally care about spoilers, then enjoy your stay. Like, if you don't care about spoilers and you just want to hear what I think of the show, enjoy your stay. Sonic and Knuckles, haven't played it? What's wrong with you? Anyway. Alright. So, on to Sonic 2.5. Idris Elba. I haven't seen it, but I might buy the DVD next week. Okay, so I'm probably gonna keep the spoiler talk light. Even though this show has been out for a couple of months now, but spoil it, okay? It's your funeral. Foreshadowing. Anyway, by the way, I would like to wish a very spoil me daddy to my By the way, I would like to wish a very premature rest in peace to Spider's dog. I don't know which dog yet. He has two, the one in Pennsylvania and the one in Oklahoma. He didn't specify which, but whichever one is it that went blind and might be dying, I wish them a very rest in peace. I don't know which it is yet. He didn't clarify. And I kind of want to ask for clarification, but I also don't want to upset him. My grandma's home. Okay. Anyway, Idris Elba reprised his voice role as Knuckles from the film series and stars alongside Adam Pally, who plays Wade Whipple, reprising his role, of course, as Wade. The series was announced in February 2022 before the release of Wednesday Addams, the serial. Cunt. The series was announced in February 2022 during a Viacom CBS investor event, shortly before the release of Sonic 2. With Elba on board with the project, I ate it earlier. I've never ate it. Anyway, production began in London, England in April 2023, with Sonic film director Jeff Fowler directing just the pilot episode. If you like dark chocolate, you'd like it. Well, I like chocolate, and I ate half a chocolate cake the other day. Before you hear that and think, you're gonna fucking die. No, it was one of the little ones. I still ate half a chocolate cake, though. Again, it was one of the small ones. So before you hear that and think, before you hear that and think, oh, you're gonna fucking die tomorrow. And lived anyway. Actually, I should not have said it was one of the little ones, because you would have been panicking all night, and I would have loved every moment of it. I would just deliberately not check Discord and not do a stream just to make you think I died. I'm evil, anyway. I once ate half a pie. That sounds healthier, anyway. Okay. Further casting announced. Let's make everyone... I mean, I already panic on the daily, so you know what? Fuck you, anyway. Pie is just as unhealthy as cake. I don't know. I don't eat pie. Anyway. Get Right, Brandon Trost, Brandon Trost. Let me try that again. Get Right, Brandon Trost, Jorma Tacone, and Carol Banker directed the following episodes. Tom Ho composed the musical score. I'm not even going to bother checking to see if I pronounced that correctly. Anyway. Knuckles premiered on Paramount Plus on April 26, 2024, with all 6 episodes. Over its premiere weekend, it became the most watched original series on Paramount Plus. I want a peach pie. I'm not even going to comment on that because I don't eat pie. Anyway. Oh yeah, it became the most watched original series on Paramount Plus. Make what you will of that. Anyway. It received general... They fucking failed it when airing the episodes. Anyway. It received generally... They should have aired it every... Well, yeah, they should have. They should have. Anyway. It received generally positive reviews from critics, with praise directed towards the action sequences and Elba and Pally's performances, although some criticized the show for its writing and underdeveloped... Can I pee? Go right ahead. Anyway. Although some criticized the show for its writing and underdeveloped characters. And if you were on Twitter, everybody just called it The Wade Show. Gary Oldman is Dr. Sam Loomis. I swear, Halloween is just eternal. Anyway. But yeah, if you were on Twitter, everybody just called it The Wade Show. And not gonna lie, I hate it. Okay, anyway. So what is the premise of the show? Well, who could play Sheriff Brackett? I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know how to answer that question. I mean, I'm sure I know who Sheriff Brackett is, but my brain is just... I'm just drawing a blank right now. Okay, Annie's dad in Halloween. I was like, I know the name, but I couldn't put, like, a visual. I couldn't put a visual. Now, anyway, but what is the basic premise of the show? Well, while struggling to adjust to life on Earth following the events of the second film, Knuckles the Echidna takes on Wade Whipple as his apprentice, training him... His reaction to seeing his daughter dead in H2 is so sad. Yes, now back to Knuckles. While struggling to adjust to life on Earth, Knuckles takes on Wade Whipple as his apprentice, training him in the ways of the Echidna to help him prepare for a bowling tournament in Reno, Nevada. I wish I was making that up. Where his estranged father will be competing. Wade Whipple, more like Wade Nipple. Yep, anyway. During their journey, Wade reunites with his mother and sister, while Knuckles is pursued by a former agent of Dr. Robotnik, who now seeks to take his power for himself. No, that former agent is not Stone. Anyway, Anyway, the buyer. Yeah, the buyer. Anyway, alright. Now, in order to really give my full, in-depth thoughts on the I was just checking how that's spelled. Anyway. Alright. Now, in order to give my full, in-depth thoughts on the show, I do need to go into spoiler territory. So I'm going to review the show by episode, to cause Dad will say. Yeah. Now, okay. Anyway, I'm going to review, to give my full in-depth thoughts, I'm going to review the show by episode and give my thoughts on each episode, to call as a waifu. Anyway, I don't know how to answer that, but anyway. But I'm going to give my thoughts on each episode, and I'm going to give my overall thoughts at the end. Now, I am going to go into spoiler territory, so say yes. Yes. Anyway, say gex. Gay sex. Anyway, if you don't wish to hear a spoiler, Knuckles is a husbando. If we're talking movie Knuckles, yes. Yeah, can I just say before I continue, why did they make the movie versions of the characters so fucking hot? Like, no, like actual. I mean, Knuckles in general, yeah, but movie Knuckles is like, oh. But, like, why did they make him so hot? Like, all of them. Like, his voice, yeah. They're, like, they're all hot. Like, it's like Squidward when he sees Squilliam's chest. Times 4 now. Times 4 now that we have Shadow in the picture. Knuckles' voice in general is hot, yeah. Shit, oh no, he's hot. Yeah, me with all 4 of them. In fact, guess who thinks movie Shadow is hot? Spider. He's openly admitted that to me before. He finds him hot. Anyway. Oh no, he's pre-bathroom. Yeah, you need to go to sleep. Anyway. Alright, starting with episode 1, titled The Warrior. Okay, so The Warrior starts with a recap of Sonic 2. No surprise there. Although to be a little bit more specific, it starts with Knuckles training in the woods from Deadpool and Wolverine, which is, oh. So deep in the closet, Aslan is made. Yep, anyway. To be a little bit more specific, the episode starts with Knuckles training in the woods from both Deadpool and Wolverine and Logan. I'm not making that up, it's the same location, anyway. And then we're treated to a recap of Sonic 2. Afterwards, we're then quickly whisked back to present day, where Knuckles runs face-to-face with some intruders at Tom and Maddie's house. Except they're not intruders, they've come to fix the hole in the wall. Knuckles is canon to Fox, X-Men, and MCU. Yep, anyway. Except they're not home intruders, they've just come to fix the hole in the wall. But Knuckles doesn't understand that, he's a warrior. So, of course, he kicks their asses and they fucking flee the scene. Yeah. Maddie, of course, goes all mom mode and is just like, my kid's a little misunderstood. I mean, she doesn't say that word for word, but she basically says it. And, of course, you know, the people are just like, your kid did this. Like, yeah, Maddie is I already know you're about to say MILF. I already know MILF is going to be the next word out of it. JoJo is barely in the second film. Yeah, anyway. But yeah, so they leave, and yeah, the hole is still there, patched up mostly, but still there. And from then on, the episode kind of becomes like a slice of life thing. I mean, yeah, she did age, so. Plus, I mean, to be fair, I do like that they're not just keeping these characters suspended in the air, metaphorically speaking. But anyway, what I was saying. Some kids grow up fast, yeah. In my case, I hit 15, and instead of looking any different, I just became a grosser, hairier version of myself each and every year. Seriously, look at me. I'm fucking disgusting. Anyway. If you ever meet me IRL and you punch me in the face, I don't blame you. Chewbacca. Anyway. Alright, from then on, the episode pretty much becomes kind of a slice of life thing, with just Tom, Tom's not, oh yeah, I should probably prefix. Tom is not in the show at all. He's mentioned, but he never once appears. What's their excuse? Can you describe slice of life? Well, I said slice, not slide. But when I say slice of life, I mean just kind of casual, like character-based, not really an adventure. I said slice of life, by the way. That's not a hearing loss joke. Because James Marsden is a pedo supporter is why he was absent. Yep, except for the fact he's going to be in Sonic 3, so that's a little awkward. Anyway. But yeah, how do they write him out of the show? He's out of town. They don't even say what he's out of town for, I must add. In fact, it feels like there was supposed to be... It looks like Tom might... Looks like, but we might be proven wrong. Anyway, but... is out of town because she... Well, anyway. In fact, I feel like there was supposed to be a bit of foreshadowing for Sonic 3. What did you do? What I had to. Who posted my nudes on Twitter.com? What did you do? You. Anyway. Alright, but... yeah, they basically just say that he's out of town. And it feels like there was a bit of foreshadowing they cut out, but... anyway. Alright, but basically... virtual insanity. But basically, Knuckles, of course, is Knuckles. Now, what does Maddie say to Sonic? Could you, give this bitch the talk that he's, not a warrior, and he's, our son, and, your brother, kind of? So Sonic's just like, okay, bitch, I'll give him the talk. Mr. Beast. Anyway, so they go up on the roof and have a talk with results. What are those results? Knuckles turns the living room into a gladiator fighting pit, of course, between Ozzy and the mailman. And I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get to see that duel take place. Mr. Breasts, Mr. Feast, Mr. Beats. Anyway, but yeah, turns the living room into a gladiator fighting pit because, let's be honest, we have all thought about it. Anyway, after this series of shenanigans, Maddie decides that Knuckles is grounded. So from here on, the rest of the episode takes place in the attic. Or not the rest of, but from Hoof Job. Oh, hi, Spider. We were just talking about Knuckles. Mr. Pre-Toilet. Anyway, to you, Spider, if you're wondering what you missed, we're reviewing Knuckles. I already know you're going to have a lot of thoughts. Anyway, back to the show. From here on, we're in the attic. And it is also here on that... oh god, good thing I missed it then. No. We want to hear your thoughts. We want to hear what you have to say. Oh, Knuckles, you are grounded. Anyway, what I was saying. What I was sucking, even. It is here on that we're introduced to not Tikal's dad. I say not because Tikal has not been introduced in the movie universe yet. Knuckles is a good show, but a terrible Sonic show. But you'll wait to hear my thoughts. Anyway, what I was saying. But, yeah, Pack Person is here. Now you're probably thinking, isn't he fucking dead? He's a ghost. So yeah, he's a ghost. So he tells Knuckles, hey, you need an apprentice. So Knuckles sneaks out of the house, even though he's supposed to be grounded. How he got out, I have no idea. One of the only times I'll be super hyperbolic and negative about a film or show. Yep. We'll find out what you think about Smiling Friends eventually, Spider. And what you think about Magic Funhouse. Anyway, back to Knuckles. But yeah, he sneaks out of the house and seeks out Wade. What's Wade up to? He's bowling. There's a bowling tournament coming up in Reno, Nevada. Reed, okay. Grounded, grounded, grounded. Anyway, Wade from Kim Possible. Guess what? I've never seen Kim Possible. Anyway, Knuckles is like, hey, bitch, you need me. You're my apprentice now. It's genuinely worse than Underground, and I actually really like Underground. How? Anyway, back to Knuckles. And Wade's just like, aren't you supposed to be grounded? But, okay. And it's from here on that the plot of the show kicks into motion. That's basically episode 1. Oh, and it's also here that we're introduced to the agents. I'm curious, because, like, I never seen the Knuckles show. It's just, what the hell were they thinking? Yep. Anyway, also in episode 1, we're introduced to some gun agents who are after Knuckles, who were never seen previously. Oops. Anyway, they capture him at the end of the episode, and that sets the scene for episode 2. Episode 4 is the one that made me go, oh my god, what have they done? But wait for me to give my thoughts on episode 4, and you'll find out. Anyway, episode 2 picks up where the first one left. We'll get to that, yeah. Episode 2 picks up where the first one ended. Oh yeah, I should probably say, I think episode 1 is a very solid start to the show. And it's probably my favorite of the season, honestly, because it just sets the scene quite nicely. Episode 2, the pre-toilet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first 2 episodes are actually pretty solid. Anyway, episode 2 picks up where the first one left off. Mason and Willoughby have captured Knuckles and have taken him to a cabin bar to await the buyer. Episode 4 is the toilet. Anyway, armed with a pair of Mason's weaponized gauntlets, which I really think were really cool, honestly, Wade comes up with a plan to sneak in and rescue Knuckles. And it is here we're treated to a dream sequence that I think is probably the funniest piece of media ever conceived. Like, oh my god. It's probably my favorite scene in the whole show just because it's that fucking absurd. Anyway, Infinity Gauntlet. Maybe better than that. Anyway, 3 is meh, it's alright. 4 is god-awful. 5, awful. Anyway, 5 is more meh than 3. 6 is okay. Eminem's Shell Shock, the strangest crash band. Anyway, Wade comes up with a plan to sneak in and rescue Knuckles. Although his plan fails with his squad car being destroyed in the process, Wade manages to outsmart the agents and saves Knuckles. They find a truck to use to escape. Because it wouldn't be a Sonic movie project without a road trip. It literally has spinning attacks and boxes and bonus rounds. Yep. Because it wouldn't be a Sonic thing without a road trip. The dream sequence was funny, but way too dumb for a Sonic show. I mean, I do agree with that, but honestly, I think it's how dumb it is that makes it so funny to me. That, and it does make sense for Wade as a character. Anyway, back to what I was saying. At daybreak, they learn from the radio that Wade has been branded a fugitive, so Knuckles suggests finding a hiding place, and Wade reluctantly decides on his childhood home, which sets the scene for episode 3. The road trip was fucking ugh, yep. Episode 2, my apologies, episode 2 is also pretty solid. The Knuckles series is just a prolonged version of Sonic 1, but some way worse. Damn. My thoughts are pending. Anyway. But that sets the scene for across 6 episodes. Anyway, it's longer, yeah. That sets the scene for episode 3. Episode 2, I think, is just as solid as the first. Even if it is kind of where the show starts to fly off the rails. And speaking of fly off the rails, in episode 3, Wade and Knuckles lay low at his childhood home in Boise, Idaho. 6 hours of not quite 6 hours. It's actually a little under 2 hours. Or a little under 3 hours, my apologies. It's like 2.5 hours of Knuckles. Not quite 6. $500 an hour. Footlongs at such a low price? Satisfactory. Anyway, they lay low at Wade's childhood home in Boise, Idaho. Which I don't think they ever actually say in the show. But anyway, where they are greeted by Wade's mother, who, not gonna lie, I thought was played by Reba McEntire for a second, before I realized, oh, that's some other old country woman I don't know. Would you pay $500 for 1 hour to do anything with Nux? I love Reba. Yeah. But unfortunately, it's not Reba, it's Stockard Channing. Although, again, I kind of thought she was Reba for a split second. Even though they don't look terribly alike, I was still like, Reba, is that you? Oh, never mind. Reba, the show, was so fucking funny. You would probably like Happy's Place. Reba has a new show on NBC. It's called Happy's Place. I think you'd probably like it. Alright, the kitchen fight scene was really good. Actually, all the fight scenes are fantastic. Even though the final one is just the Sonic 1 final fight, but less good. Ooh, that's cool. Yep, anyway. Alright, anyway. They are greeted by Wade's mother, Wendy, who I also don't think they say the name of, and his older sister, Wanda, aka a fucking bitch, who is an FBI agent. I retract the phrase fucking bitch. I respect the FBI. Anyway. Wendy is overjoyed to see her kids home, having prepared the family's... Wanda, my god. Anyway. Costco and Walmart. Anyway. But anyway, she's excited and overjoyed to see her kids home, having prepared the family's traditional Shabbat dinner, because apparently the Whipple family is Jewish. And not gonna lie, I don't think they... Did you ever watch Reba, the show? No, I have not. Anyway. And not gonna lie, I don't think they ever set up that Wade was Jewish ever. I mean, it's cool that he is, but it's kind of odd, too, because it's like, where did this come from? Probably my least favorite Sonic character next to the fat lady in the other two films. You dare disrespect the Rachel? I figured Wade was Jewish, not gonna lie. Actually, I might take it back. The fat lady was kind of funny. Rachel, you mean? Anyway. Also, Rachel is fucking hilarious. I don't care what anyone says. He just has that nerdy Jewish vibe. Yep, he certainly has that bum bitty 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 bum bum. Anyway. Tommy, nothing personal. So help me, Thomas. Anyway. The fat controller was chatting up some little boys on the telephone. I'm naked, he said. Rachel is funny, but just doesn't fit in my... Well, that makes sense. Bum diddy. Bum diddy 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 bum. Baby oil in my bum. You really don't want to be saying that shit tonight, because I ate 2 slices of pizza. I ate 2 slices... You don't want to be saying that shit tonight, because I ate, in this order, 2 slices of pizza, some curly fries and some nuggets, and some Doritos. Not back to back, but over the course of today. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, anyway. Anyway. Wade, however, is despondent due to the constant mistreatment from Wanda throughout his childhood. That night, tensions quickly boil between the Whipples, and Knuckles learns about the family customs from Wendy. P. Diddy in my. Get him to the Greek. Anyway, Wade secludes himself in his room, where Knuckles learns that Wade's reason for wanting to go to the tournament, the bowling tournament, is because his father, bowling champion Pistol Pete Whipple, will be competing. But in all seriousness, I'm not surprised Wade is a Jew. It kind of surprised me, honestly, but it also kind of makes sense. But anyway, his father, Pistol Pete Whipple, will be competing. Oh my god. A group of bounty hunters then learn of Wade's wanted status. What a waste of a good actor, but we're getting to him. Don't be racist. Be like Mario. He's an Italian plumber created by Japanese people who speaks English and looks like a Mexican. And he's probably going to get deported tomorrow. Jumps like a black man and grabs coins like a Jew. My god. I wonder if he takes showers in gas. Anyway. This isn't water. This is gas. Anyway. Anyway, a group of bounty hunter runs like a group of bounty hunters then learn of Wade's wanted status and strike at the house. Because it wouldn't be a Sonic production without a house invasion. Drops like an earthquake. Anyway, but Knuckles and the Whipples manage to dispatch them, allowing the family to reconcile as the Shabbat candles dim. Episode 3 is not really my favorite of the series, but, you know, I guess it's kind of neat to find out more about Wade and find out more about his family in Soviet Russia and Dark After's Wonder. Anyway. But I guess it is kind of neat to learn more about Wade and his family. It's interesting. Also, I'm going to be real with you. I did not know what the movie Pretty Woman was about until that episode. Will I elaborate further? No. Anyway, Episode 4, The Flames of Disaster. If you weren't on Twitter when that was a meme, you missed out, because that was probably one of my favorite memes of all time. Because I've said enough. Well, I haven't said enough yet. Anyway. Alright, Episode 5, once again, or Episode 4, not 5. God damn it. Episode 4 picks up where 3 left off. The next morning, following the Shabbat dinner, bounty hunter Jack Sinclair, I prefer to expunge this series from the canon. You'll find out how canon it is on December 20th. Look for the Gummy Bear album on stores on November 13th. Anyway, Jack Sinclair. And if you look up a picture of him right now, I'm going to kill you. Anyway, Wade's former bowling partner, who kidnaps Wade and to turn him in for the reward money. Knuckles chooses not to rescue Wade, deciding to use the experience to teach Wade some independence. Unable to escape, Wade is advised by Knuckles to visit the Great Battleground in the Sky for guidance. And it is here that the show officially just flies off the rails and into the unknown. It's canon. Anyway, Wade successfully visits the afterlife. What did you throw? My TV remote? Anyway, Wade successfully visits the afterlife. I am not making that. That's not a canon event. Anyway, he successfully visits the afterlife. I am not making that up, and it only gets crazier from here. What they did to Iblis genuinely broke my heart. Anyway, they fucked him up. It only gets crazier from here. He visits the afterlife, which takes the form of a bowling alley, where Pakakamak teaches him through a low-budget rock opera of Knuckles' origins. You heard that right. Wade visits the afterlife, which takes the form of a bowling alley, where Pakakamak teaches him about Knuckles' origins through a low-budget rock opera. I did not make up a single word of what I just said. That is actually what happens in this episode. Every last word really happens. They put him in a Knuckles suit and everything. I mean, we did see Bruno Mars dance with a bunch of clones. Or we did see a Bruno Mars dance with a bunch of clones. Yeah. Anyway, Wade comes to learn, and a bar scene where well, no, the bar scene makes sense. It makes perfect sense. Because Sonic can move that fast. It's a cool action set piece. Anyway, Wade comes to learn that comes to learn that a warrior's greatest, the difference is that the scenes in the first movie are funny and clever. Anyway, Wade comes to learn that a warrior's greatest strength is their heart, allowing him to escape and challenge Jack to a joust, which he wins. I'm just saying all the movies have had silly moments. Yep. Sonic 2 dance scene was okay. Knuckles scene was super disrespectful. Really silly moments. Yep. And now it's time for... Anyway, mention what they did to Iblis. Facebook. I think I remember that correctly. I'm pretty sure it was Facebook. I'm pretty sure that I remembered that correctly. If I got the wrong site, but yep, Facebook Marketplace. I was correct. Yeah, they turned Iblis into a fucking Facebook Marketplace joke. Worst joke of the whole series. Sonic 2 dance scene, in my opinion, was worse than the wedding scene, but that's just because I don't like Bruno Mars. Yeah, anyway, they turned Iblis into a Facebook Marketplace joke. Oh yeah, Iblis appears. Anyway. Oh yeah, notice how the timeline so far goes Sonic 1, Iblis from Sonic 06. From Sonic 06. You know, that Iblis, Sonic 06. Yep, him. They turned Iblis into a Facebook joke. Why him? I don't fucking know. I just spit all over the camera. Anyway. Suck it, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland. Get fucked. Anyway. The Iblis trigger means nothing in this universe. Anyway. Alright, anyway. But he challenges Jack to a joust, which he wins. With newfound confidence in himself, Wade and Knuckles continue on to Reno, now joined by Wendy and Wanda. Infinite from Sonic Forces, yep. Alright. I would give my thoughts on episode 4. Nope, I'm going to hand this over to you idiots. What are your thoughts on the episode? Can't wait for them to make Infinite into an Instagram reel star. Don't tempt them. I don't know. It's funny because it's ironic. Ha 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 ha. I haven't seen it. Okay, anyway. Alright, brief intermission. So fucking funny. Infinite had a great concept, but was a terrible villain. Yep. Alright. brief intermission because it's time for the funny image. LeBron James reportedly forgot to he reported, guys, I think LeBron James forgot. He forgot to. LeBron for Gore, yep. Again, I just wanted to take that brief little moment. Don't expect the films to do him justice, yep. Again, Instagram star. Cunt. Alright. Just sending this image to my people. Alright. Intermission over. Fake star. Cunt. Alright. Okay. Now back to the show. Alright. Episode... Okay. Episode... Now, where did I put... Whoops! You have to put the CD up your ass. Anyway. Okay. Anyway. Now, where did I put my car keys? Anyway. Episode 5. Knuckles and the Whipples do the Marky move. Now, where did I put my car keys? Anyway. Knuckles and the... I gotta turn this heater off because it's getting hot in here. It's the holiday season. Anyway. Knuckles and the Whipples, which that is an amazing band name, arrive in Reno, where Wade confronts and reconciles with Pete. Marky Moo is hot, admit it. Okay, anyway. Seriously, it is fucking boiling in here. And I'm not doing this for no reason. I mean, it is getting hot in here. Contrary to popular belief, every time I have... Markiplier is sexy for... You are not wrong. Mark is, like, hot. I'm pretty sure Unus Annus was my gay awakening. No, I am not kidding. Like, there's this Reddit YouTuber called The Click. He's sexy too. What is it that the people that I know just seemingly make up people? Because it's like, doesn't matter who it is, it feels like they make up someone new every minute. I have never damn heard of The Click. Or The Click. Hey, Copper. 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 Hey, Copper. Copper. Look at me. Have you heard of The Click? Copper. Have you heard of The Click? See, he just went back to licking his dick. Anyway. Look up The Click. Nope, we're still talking about Knuckles. No click for you. Anyway. Alright. Episode 5. Copper gay. Anyway. Wade confronts and reconciles with Pete. This is taking a lot out of Discord. Okay. I mean, I can see why you find him hot, but I personally, just based on what I'm seeing right now, I don't personally find that hot. Maybe I'm just used to brown people. Tie him up, anyway. Wade confronts and reconciles with Pete. Marky, anyway. With his relationship... Brown people, bleh. Anyway. With his relationship with his father seemingly resolved, Wade moves up the ranks in the bowling tournament, pitting him against Pete. Name withheld is white, just so you know. I didn't know. So I'm not a hypocrite. Again, I didn't know. Although, hey, I guess the first shall be the last. Brown people, you. Are you aware that Gio was, like, pretty brown? I mean, he wasn't, like, brown, but are you aware he wasn't exactly white either? I'm sure you remember, but he wasn't really white. He was pretty dark. Would have loved the joke. I mean, maybe. I actually don't. I mean, months ago he would have. I don't know about now, because I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he's at that point now where racism's not fun. I constantly just DM'd him the N. Oh my god. Oh my god. I constantly just DM'd him the N word and he was, oh my god. Actually, how was it? Oh, hard R, even better. How is it that I got canceled and you didn't? Because that's worse than anything I could say. Oh my god. Okay then. Because I don't say my controversial. Oh my god. This is for my own personal consumption. I like to put the funny shit that I see in one of two categories: personal and not. I'm putting that in the that's 3 photo. I know. I'm putting that in personal consumption. Pre-bathroom is not personal. That is getting used for something. Pre-bathroom. Pre-toilet and bummed it. Anyway, back to Knuckles, because this is taking forever. Anyway, he moves up the ranks in the bowling tournament, pitting him against Wade, or pitting him against Pete in the finals. I'm losing it. Pre-bathroom. Anyway, meanwhile, Mason and Willoughby are forcefully taken to the buyer, who reveals that he is a former subordinate of Robotnik. And Willoughby convinces him to give them one last chance to recapture Knuckles. Witnessing him and Pete bond, Wendy warns Wade. Jesus Christ. What does it say? Also, I used to say racist shit about Mexicans to him, I think. Good lord. Good lord. I say racist things to... Well, I knew that. That does not surprise me. Oh my god. You know, by the way, if you do ever... And he says racist things about Canadians. Maple syrup. Okay, for real. If you ever hear from him again, talking about my gardener and blacks. Oh, that's even better. Anyway, if you hear from my gardener again and he's uncomfortable by the racism, even though he was okay with it at some point, you probably should apologize. That's an if. Huge if. Just saying. Funny, but if he has changed, I don't apologize. I'm just saying if he has changed and doesn't think that stuff's funny anymore. I'm thinking realistically. Because you never know. I'll double dip. Okay, buddy. Your funeral. Anyway. Witnessing him and Pete bond, Wendy warns Wade that Pete will eventually leave him again. Visiting Pete's rooftop penthouse, Wade finds Mason and Willoughby holding Wanda and Wendy hostage. Okay, buddy retard. Anyway. Revealing that Pete sold them out to keep Wade out of the tournament. With his family's lives at stake, Wade is forced to lure Knuckles into the penthouse where Mason and Willoughby prepare to ambush him. Spider left. Yeah, he left. I think he had enough of this. That's really too bad, because, yeah. We can never pick a topic that everybody is interested in, that I've noticed. The Knuckles group chat got leaked. We haven't done anything. We were just fucking British black people. Anyway. You know, with all the racist shit that has been said on this show, I'm honest to God surprised that this specific channel has not been terminated. I mean, I get that I'm not monetized, but I'm still surprised I have not gotten a community guidelines violation. Say the N-word. Hard R. Nigger. Anyway. And I hope this channel never becomes monetized. Anyway. You know, Gio says he doesn't want to do streams anymore. I'm actually a little glad that he doesn't, because, oh my god, he'd be biting our dicks off at this one. I hope this channel nigger get... Alright, last episode. Episode 6. Picking up immediately where episode 5 ended. Having been secretly tipped off by Wade, Knuckles avoids the trap and fights the agents, while Wade frees his family. Knuckles defeats the agents by redirecting a pair of ring portals. This is not only the... Okay, anyway. That suck them up, trapping them between dimensions when the portals close on themselves, but also wander after dawn. Oh yeah, that's something that they introduce in this show. If you redirect a pair of ring portals to each other, it, like, creates this, like, black hole, wormhole between dimensions. They've never introduced this prior. Anyway. They just kind of casually throw that in. But anyway. Wade proceeds to the tournament to challenge his father in the finals. It is from here on that the episode is basically dedicated to bowling. While the buyer confronts Knuckles outside using a giant mech suit. What happens to the rings after they're used? Oh yeah, that's the thing. When these two get sucked into the black hole portal, yeah, they just don't elaborate. They don't elaborate, they don't explain berate. It just happens arate. You fucking N. Anyway, Wade rolls a perfect game to defeat Pete, but they are interrupted by Knuckles and the buyer's fight. The buyer catches Knuckles and drains him of his power. I just thought you wanted a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk. Anyway. But Wade stands up to him, holding off the buyer with the help of his mother and sister. Knuckles eventually regains consciousness and reabsorbs his power, leading to... I love the way you make them! Leading to my favorite moment of all time, the Flames of Disaster! Anyway. And he and Wade defeat the buyer. Pete attempts to flee with the trophy, but he is subdued by Wendy and Wanda. I don't know if you noticed at the end of the first film. I mean, I've seen the first film hundreds of times, but probably millions of times. But the first film did tease Fat Robot. Actually, yes, I did notice. You're talking about the one who's seen it, like, too many times. Try again next time. Anyway. Pete attempts to flee with the trophy, but is subdued by Wendy and Wanda. As Wade and Knuckles celebrate before heading back home. Robotnik has a small gut at the end of the first film. Again, I noticed. And that is finally where the show ends. Oh yeah, you're probably thinking, oh yeah, Maddie grounded Knuckles at the beginning of episode 1. Does that come back at any point? No. It doesn't. They completely dropped that by the end of the show. And that pissed me off to no end. Yeah, I expected, like, episode 6 to end with, like, him walking through the door and Maddie to just be standing there all mad, but no. They just dropped that completely. Also, he got ungrounded. Gunt. Anyway. I have a 15-year-old daughter. Oh. Okay. For real. Do you actually? Yeah, actually, do you? Like, I can't tell if I'm being set up right. Okay, never mind. So you're half right. You said 15-year-old daughter, so I was like, oh, what the fuck? When did you? I should have suspected cat or some other animal, but oh, I'm sorry, car. I should have suspected car or I should have suspected car or some other creature, but I still read I have a 15-year-old daughter and I was like, when did you? Isn't Copper your son? I mean, yeah, you could call him my son. I don't take responsibility for Daisy, however. No. I do not. Anyway, give birth to Copper. No, genuinely, I'm not. You know how Copper is when I try to pick him up. I'm not pulling that shit. I already have a toe. I'm not showing it on camera, but I already have a toe that looks like that. Probably permanently. I think it might be a permanent scar. I'm not giving myself another 5 scars. No, no, no. What did I misinterpret? No, actually, I think I misinterpreted something. Toe injuries are where I draw the line. Squidward toenail. And nail injuries. Yeah. Again, I'm not going to show it on camera, but yeah, I feel like it. Okay, I guess I should probably add. One day, I just woke up with blood all over my Pete's Dragon. Anyway, one day, I just woke up with blood all over my toe. No idea how it happened, but it did. No more talking about it. Okay. Oof, I have a story to tell you. Can you wait till we're done with... We're almost done with Knuckles. Can you... It's like your story. Can it wait? Well, actually, just go ahead and tell it. I was going to say wait till I'm done, but just go ahead and tell it. Go ahead, audience. Okay, so... Basically, one day a year ago... Just waiting for the rest of that little story. I woke up with my hand all bloody, and my side table knocked over and all the shit on the ground. I think you already told this story before. In fact, I'm almost positive you told this story before. I'm pretty sure this has been relayed to me before. I recall hearing about something like this. Well, either way. Well, I mean, yeah, that is very similar. Except in my case, I presumably did not get into a fight in the middle of the night. But then again, the toe would not be the strangest thing to happen in the middle of the night. One other night, actually, to be a little... My only theory is that I got into a dream where I had a dream where I got into a fight. Similarly, one other night... Okay, actually, let me be a bit more descriptive. One morning, my mom asked, "Did you unlock the front door last night?" Now, and the person in the dream was actually the side table. Anyway, phone ringing. Anyway, my mom asked me one morning, "Did you open the front door last night?" No, I did not. And I truthfully did not. Um, and then she said, well, Dad said he saw you get up and open the front door and unlock the front door. And to this day, I do not know what that was about. I have zero, the hash loaninging, the sash ringing, the trash singing. We have to get back those stolen naggy daddies. Okay, anyway, I have no idea what that was about, by the way, because I have zero recollection of getting up in the middle of the night and unlocking the front door that night. I have zero recollection of that. No memory whatsoever of doing that. I'm not going to deny the possibility. I guess Copper went nom nom. If you mean the toe, yeah, but if you're talking about the front door, which I'm talking about right now, no explanation. I have no explanation. I have zero recollection of waking up in the middle of the night and shut that door. Anyway. But I have zero recollection of doing that. So I was just like, what are you talking about? Okay, let's finish this because it's 12:22. Okay. To quickly wrap this up. All right. I'm not going to read the entire release or the entire reception, but you know the cinch. 75 on Rotten Tomatoes. Idris Elba's Echidna befuddled with the Adam paddle bar. Paddle bar? The fuck is a paddle bar? Anyway, Metacritic 61 out of 100 based on 11, generally favorable. Yeah. But what about home video? Adam Paddlebar, yep. Oh, yeah. After Knuckles premiered on Paramount Plus on April 26, 2024, the show would later air on Nickelodeon on August 12th, 2024. And finally, the show released on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K Ultra HD on September 10th, 2024 by Paramount Home Entertainment. Probably the quickest that a streaming original show has ever come out on physical disc. Usually if a streaming original show comes out on disc, usually if it does, it's pretty old by the time it does. But Knuckles only came out just a few months later. You know, from April to September. I don't have any of the physical copies of Knuckles, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, I guess to conclude, and to give my final thoughts on Knuckles as a show, what do I think of it? Well, I think Spider said it best earlier. Let me scroll back here. God, y'all two said a lot on this episode. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Where? God, where is his... I know he did not delete it on me. Okay, where is it? Okay, there it is. I think Spider said it best earlier. Knuckles is a good show, but a terrible Sonic show. Red Sonic says, smoking is cool. Anyway. Now, but that's just his opinion. What's my opinion? Okay. Because I usually try to think positively, even with bad movies and bad shows, I do think Knuckles is a good show and is worth checking out. Bad movies. Anyway, I do think Knuckles is a good show and is worth checking out. But I will admit, it's kind of on the lower end of the Sonic universe so far. You know, and God, it feels confused what it wanted to be. It's like they wanted it to be like Knuckles the Echidna, the show, but it also feels like they wanted it to be Wade Bowling, the show. I don't know. It's an enigma. I mean, the Sonic movie series is just good. Yeah, fair. Wade Bowling, the show. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, God. But yeah. Do I think it's a bad show, though? No. Bad Sonic show, yes, but pre-bathroom the show. Anyway. Bad Sonic show, and Knuckles. Bad Sonic show, yes, but it's not a bad show overall. Like, I enjoy it. I think it's funny. But will you elaborate further? Well, will I elaborate further on Knuckles? No. Would I still recommend picking up a DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, etc.? Yes, I would still recommend purchasing the show on disc. Would I recommend checking out the show? Yes, I would. Am I going to give it a 6 out of 10? Yes, I will. You will next week. Yes, you will. Will I elaborate further? No, because I've said enough. But for now, I thought you would have given it a 7. Well, who knows? I haven't actually watched the show in a while. It's been a hot minute, so for all I know, it could be a 7. If it is, I'll revisit the topic. Not tomorrow, but someday. But for now... Oh yeah, I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow night. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. But always remember, it's been a minute is such a cringe phrase. I'ma be real. It's so black it's hurt. Wait. Okay. Tomorrow, Space Jam. Okay. So, Space Jam tomorrow. But for now, that's all the time we have for tonight. Welcome to the jam. But always remember, eat your cereal, go to bed, to be continued. God made you special and he loves you very much. If you do drugs, you go to hell before you die. Good night, and... Wait a sec. Okay. Funny. You dumb it. You fucking...